And sort of another thing about those like first 10 users, I think for right now though, I'm gonna take a look like to see. So I mean, the website it's okay. So last week I got a little bit of work done. The issue is the things that I recorded for last week was honestly just bad. This week the plan is once again to finish the last few things that there are to get done with Quonotes, which is honestly not much. I worked a little bit on getting some stuff fixed up with the login page today, and I'll probably keep working on that for a little bit, at least for right now, and then get some food in probably an hour. Yeah, it's been an interesting week. Alrighty, so spent a bit of time working, mostly working in styling. Right now, I'm waiting on the code to get pushed from one of my other team members who spent the last week or two working on file management and collection management. So I need that code to get pushed so that I can see all the functionality and then stylize it. Let me show you where that's going to go in though. So here, this is the login page, and you can see that this is how it looks, and it's not necessarily like put together at all. I need the functionality to be uploaded so that I can just see how it looks and then just pop it in there. And the logout button, you can see when you press the logout button, it takes you back to the login screen, and then again, you log in and it brings you there. And sort of another thing about those like first 10 users, I have a sort of idea of who I'm going to ask to like test drive things. It's a mix up of like people I think that would actually use it as like a daily driver tool or like just something like that they'll use consistently, and then people that I think are less likely to use it but would probably be willing to stress test it and like see if they can find what's broken about it, which are two things that I definitely need. Okay, so I got hair in my eye. It's definitely like that part of the year where people are starting to move in. It's like frustrating and stressful as it is to like realize that the semester is about to start again for my third year now. It's definitely exciting to see people actually be here again. Alrighty. Okay. Cool. Kind of rushing a little bit because I have to be across campus in less than 20 minutes, about 18 minutes, for the next training thing, and I am just about ready to go. So I don't know. We will see what work I can get done today, but it'll probably be not that much because it's busy today. I don't know, but. Okay, so here's the deal. Oh my god, here's the deal. So really, I have like an hour before dinner at one of the dining halls for training. So how they do it is they provide us dinner that they pay for, but I don't know, it's raining outside and it's a bit of a walk, so we'll see if I actually go today, especially because dinner ends at 7, and then at 7:30 I have to come back here to do room checks again. So I don't know if I'll actually go over there. I might just get food later. It'll also give me a bit of time to work, is what I'm thinking. A bit of time to get some work done. So we'll take a look at that. Okay, so I think what I've decided is I'm gonna go and get food because it's free, and take a look here. You'll be able to see I got a little bit of work done. Mainly it's about handling specific conditions, namely making sure that things like the Firebase stuff doesn't get called if somebody is not logged in and not email verified. I'm making sure that we're stressing email verification because a big thing about this is I want to make sure that we can offer as much as we can to free users, because that would help us retain users better, and people like free stuff. The issue is, though, a lot of times if somebody can just make a new account under like a fake email or something like that, or if they just put in like a not real email and it's not email verified, then they can just keep making those accounts and then keep using those free features and keep making flashcards without ever giving us anything and us just pouring a lot of money into them. Which, I mean, I'm guilty of doing stuff like that. But the more steps that we make them have to go through in order to make a new account, the less likely they are to actually go ahead and cheat us, basically, is what it is. And again, the less people that do that, then the more people we're able to allow to use all the free features, and the more we're able to give those people for the free features, because the less we have to pay, especially at the beginning when we are going to be probably making $0 and most likely not even breaking even. A big focus, because something that I've learned over the past few weeks has been that when you go into stuff like this, it's best to have like a single focus that you're just locked in on completing. And a lot of times right after your first launch is you're going to focus on getting that first stream of solid revenue. Where we are right now is we're locked in on getting it to production, getting it published, getting people using it, right? That's what we're focusing on completely, and then doing a few things that we need to do to get that to happen, so that we're not like doing these extra tasks. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could be doing, but we would be wasting our time if we focus on them. Like, for example, some of us have talked about like making a mobile app. Sure, that'd probably be a great idea, and I'm sure certain users would probably love it, and we actually have plans for like something that we can do with that. But the issue is that doesn't help us get to our current goal, right? So once we go to production and our goal becomes locking in on getting paying users, then we can have that conversation of maybe we could get more paying users if we have more optimized programs, so things load faster and it's quicker to get everything's more efficient, then we don't have to pay as much, and then people won't have to pay as much to get those more premium features and stuff like that. Or maybe we're hearing from a lot of people that they want a mobile app with the type of features that we're proposing a mobile app would have, and in which case I would justify getting a mobile app and then charging for that, since our goal would be to get paying users. But I need to get some food, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so, busy things. Today is the last day, before move-in, which starts tomorrow, and I believe my floor should be moving in tomorrow afternoon, which means the summer is officially over, basically. Classes will start next Monday, August 26th, which is also when we start releasing quote notes, which means I have a lot of work to continue to get done. So the code got pushed late last night from one of my other teammates who is working on the collection management and the file management side of things. So I'm going to check that out and start working on the Tailwind components for it so that we can have everything that we need for that. Along with that, either tomorrow, Friday, Thursday, or over the weekend, I also need to figure out and set up Firebase hosting, because I haven't taken a look at that at all really yet, aside from the cost. So I'm going to need to actually put things on it and make it live so that it can actually be hosted. So yeah, I guess like another resource that we do have that we should definitely take advantage of is Washington DC. We're pretty close to the city, so making sure that we're keeping in mind that we could also look at finding ways to advertise there, specifically, as well as like the universities that are also there, that we do have a few connections with from past hackathons and other things. But I think for right now, though, I'm going to take a look at those, making those Tailwind components and getting that code downloaded. I have about 2 hours. Yeah, I have about 2 hours before I need to go back to training, but training is basically over. When I do go back, it's going to be maybe an hour max. Let's get to work. I've spent the last 3, 4, 5 hours getting a bit of work done, and taking breaks in between. But I have finally gotten through a very gross but functional and good looking enough version of the profile page for a logged in user. So as of right now, at 9:30 p.m. on August 20th, we have full functionality of the minimum viable product. Took all summer. Officially, it has taken all summer to do. But we did it. We did it. It works. And it is definitely ready to get pushed out to a first test group of users. If we go here to the login page, you can see we have the login screen. My email here is going to be blurred out. You'll enter a password and you're going to hit login. Once you hit login, you're going to get this nice big profile screen here. And so you can see here is where all the profile information is going to be. Along with that, here on the left, you will see, if I can focus in on it. On the left side here, you're going to see create new collections here. This card is, well, like it says, you're going to type in the name of the new collection that you want to create. I'll call it science. We're going to call it science. And you press the create button. Then once you come to the list over here, which is a list of all your collections, you can see that we have the general and we have the science one that I just created. Again, I'm going to type over here so you can see what it looks like. I'll call it chem, and you'll see it propagated the list here. And there it is. Right there, chem. The other thing you'll notice here is that if you click on a collection name, it will delete it. So if I click on chem, deletes chem, and if I click on science, it'll delete science. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have manage files, which is this last card here on the bottom. So if you go here and you can select whatever one of the created collections that you have, in this case, it's only general, you will then see pull up on this list all of the files that have been uploaded to that collection. So now you can go through and delete them because there is going to be a file upload limit for each user, and I already worked it out so that this can get changed depending on which user it is, so that some users can have higher file thresholds and others don't have as much. And this also isn't based on file count, it's based on the total size of the files that have been uploaded. And so yeah, like it says there, you just click on it and that will delete it, but I'm not going to do that here just because I'm using this file for testing. And then we have a nice little log out button. Once you press, it logs you out and brings you right back to the screen that we were at the beginning. Yeah, the website the website's done, so sorry it's late, but yeah, I guess I'll see you next week.